Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and in today's video, I know some of you are probably wondering about that whole StormyLand S-bot thing that I'm having for that I was working on for the StormyLand server, the native server. I kind of talked about that in episode 9 of StormyLand Survival. So what this is that if the vote wins, because I had like this voting thing, so if the vote wins for native server, this is how this server will actually work. So I'm going to get into that today. I'm going to show you all the technical stuff, and I know some of you are interested in this, and some of you are just wondering how it works. So what we have here is that, well, yeah, here's the StormyLand realm. Here's the old StormyLand realm. It's expired, and so I had to create the new one. I'm sure you all know that. But if you guys want to click on the StormyLand realm, you want to join it, you would click on friends and you would click on the realm. I mean, I'm like a member of like a ridiculous amount of realms, but normally the StormyLand realm is probably in here for you. So if you want to connect to this native server, you would just click on friends and you would scroll down to where you actually will see StormyLand Survival. Right now it's called StormyLand S, StormyLand Testing World. You would just click on that. It's a 24/7 server. So I'm going to show you guys how this actually works. So we're going to connect to it right now, if it actually will work. I mean, yeah, the weather's not very good, so we might have a little bit slow connection, even though I'm hosting this in my own house, but it has to connect through Xbox Live. So there we go. So we are connected to the server. This is a 24/7 server, and I have actually made this so it is 24/7. It's online 24/7. If you want to join, you just friend the profile of StormyLand S, and yeah. But if you guys don't know, like I had the realm last weekend where I uploaded StormyLand Survival to this last weekend, I was using the old laptop, and that wasn't working too good. So I switched it over to my old computer that I had before the one that I'm recording on right now. I switched over to that computer, and that computer can handle this kind of server and could probably handle up to 30 players. And it is a lot less laggy, and I actually have tested this. I tried connecting to it when I had with my cellular data on very slow areas, and I was able to connect to it just fine. So if you want to test this out and you want to just kind of play on it, and you can kind of see like, do you want to switch to the native server or do you want to switch to the realm? So for some of you, the native server, you might have a better connection, but what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna go into the more technical stuff. I'm gonna show you guys how the bot actually works, and yeah. So I'm actually gonna switch over to my phone. I'm actually gonna show you like the server itself and like how it's actually working. So be right back. Okay, guys. So this is where I do all of my recording. So as you can see, we got the monitor and keyboard and mouse, PCs right here. Up here we got this open. This is not the native server. This is StormyLand 101 Anarchy. The native server works a little bit different, and yes, it is snowing 3 days before May. It sucks. So yeah, so we got Minecraft open on here, and then got my little headset, all that stuff. So everything you pretty much need to record videos and play games. But then if we go down and here, we've got this here is the server. This is what I am running the native server on. This is my computer that I owned before the one that I own now. So if we put this right here, you can see this is how it works. So I'm gonna pull this out real quick. Just pull all this stuff away. So just pull this out. So we got the client running on here as StormyLand S, and then we've got this little bot type thing. So this here is a programmable robot thing. So like what happens is that I have a pixel detection. So like you see this little command file thing right here. I have that to run at certain times of the day. So like 3 o'clock p.m., 3 o'clock a.m., and 11 o'clock p.m. my time. It's probably different for some of you. So like what happens here is that when this runs, the black command prompt triggers this pixel detection, and then it runs through this command thing, or this program thing, And this here actually tells you, like, mouse moves, mouse clicks at these certain coordinates on the screen, and it'll run through that, and it will actually, like, you know, like, yeah, it will just click around, and it'll restart the world, and stuff like that. And it even detects client crashes, so, like, there's another little program down here. We got a color change detector. So what happens here is that I actually have a sensor up here somewhere on this white thing. So it detects when that white thing, or that white bar, like, disappears and changes to a different color, because then that there then will detect a client crash. When the client crashes, I have it set to start up an MC World file, which will then load the game back up. And you got that little pull-down tab that says Importing World. And then what will happen then when that happens, it will trigger up another something from this color change detector, which will then run this, and it will run this again, and it will restart, and it'll load up the world, set the maximum number of players to 30, and it even notifies you. This actually even works by creating backups. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to run through this bot, and I'll show you, like, how it actually works. But I don't have a keyboard and mouse hooked up to this. I'm actually using this program called TeamViewer, which I can actually remotely access this computer from anywhere in the world. So I'm going to hop into TeamViewer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are currently in TeamViewer, so I can remotely access the computer from anywhere in the world. I just told you that. So, like, we got the bot right here, the game running right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this up. So when I start this up, this command actually runs at certain times of the day. I have that set for the task scheduler in my in the computer settings. So if I actually execute this file, as you can see, it will. I didn't even press play. Okay, it'll work. You gotta make sure you press play first. And it will run through this. So right now that's just a command prompt that just popped up. That does nothing on that really means anything. So what it's doing is it's running through, like, all this stuff. So, like, it says mouse click, window change, just to change the window if it, like, crashes and the window changes or whatever. So right now it's actually going to be giving you that message. Yeah, and all this nonsense right here, that was just me testing, so that doesn't really mean anything. So right now it says server restarting, so it's actually typing this in to tell, like, if there's anybody on the server at these times of day. It's telling them, warning them that the server is going to be restarting. It'll be back. So initially it takes about 7 to 10 minutes to fully restart the server. So, like, from when it clicks off the server, from when it's, like, back on and has 30 players set to it. You can join when it's only 8. That's why it's loading. So there we go.
StormyLand says server restarting.
And they're actually having
We will get the server back online as soon as
for testing purposes. So what happens then is it's going to save and quit, so the mouse actually moves. You can't really see the mouse on here, but you can see it on the normal computer. Just TeamViewer doesn't have, like, the mouse itself. So it's actually loading out of the world. I have this set now. I believe I have this set for, like, I'm not sure, a minute or a couple minutes here. So yeah, I have it set for 2 minutes because sometimes it can take a little while to load out of the world. So I have 2 minutes, and as you can see, the computer that I had the world up to, it says disconnected from server. So yeah. So it's gonna, you kind of get the idea. It's just gonna, take 2 minutes until it actually loads out of the world. And I will be right back as soon as this is all finished and it's actually on the loading screen. So, it's just gonna literally just load out of the world and it's gonna hop on the worlds list. So I will be right back. Okay, so it's currently loaded out of the world. We got about 7 seconds left before it'll actually start doing the next thing. And as you can see, there's a little bit of weird thing in there. I accidentally had caps lock on. So, it's programmed to push shift for capital letters, but I had caps lock on, so everything's opposite for those 2 backup worlds there. So, as you can see, it actually clicked on the oldest backup, and what it's going to do with the oldest backup is actually going to squirrel down. I don't know if you could see it yet. I kind of have bad connection due to the snow. But on the normal computer, I can actually see it. It's actually clicking on, and it's actually pushing on delete world. You can't really see that on here, can you? Okay, I will. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just have really bad connection to it. So there we go. It's deleting the world. It already deleted the world. There's just a little bit of a delay with this for some reason. Stupid snowstorm. Okay, so as you can see, it deleted the latest world. There's a couple beneath that for some reason. Just I kind of have that for a backup, just in case if the world doesn't like delete properly or something, or the world doesn't copy or something, then it won't like destroy the whole thing. So now, as you can see, it's actually going to the newest world, and it's actually scrolling down to the bottom. See, I'm not doing anything here. This is all in this. This is all in this. It's all programmed in here to do this. It's actually going to copy this world. And as you can see, the world's copying. And I gave it about a minute, because if the world file sizes are actually going to get... If I actually run StormyLand Survival on this, the world file sizes are going to get pretty big. So, and I might need to actually add more minutes to that, which just means the larger the file size gets, it means that the more time it's going to take between restarts. That's why I try to have the server restart at like the time of day where no one's usually playing on it. I mean, 3 p.m. is probably the time where people might be playing on it, but 11 o'clock p.m. and 3 o'clock a.m. probably not. We got about 15 seconds left. And then it should, in theory, start, I think it'll click on the world soon. As you can see, well, actually, no, it's not going to click on the world yet, because as you can see on the top world, it says copy of StormyLand testing world. So what's going to happen is it's going to click on the settings again, and it's going to click on that, and it's going to, I have it programmed to rename the world even. So it says, that's how much it bothers me. I don't want it to say copy of StormyLand Survival every single time it makes a backup. So what it's going to do is it's actually renaming the world to just StormyLand Testing World. Or when I actually upload, if I actually upload StormyLand, it'll say StormyLand Survival Season 2. So it's actually typing it out. It's a little bit of a delay with TeamViewer because of the weather, like I just said. There we go. It clicked on the arrow right there to get out of it. And now it is going to soon, in about a couple seconds, it's going to click on the world. And it's going to load it back up. And as you can see, we got about 2.5 minutes. I'm giving it 2.5 minutes to actually load into the world. But about right now is actually the time where you can actually click on it and join it. But only 8 players can join at a time for this 2 minutes while it's loading up. And then once it's actually loaded up, I have the command set, so it'll actually say /set max players, and it'll actually set the max players to 30 automatically. So let's just wait a little bit here. Originally, I was going to hook this server up using an Ethernet cable, but I think it's faster with Wi-Fi, because I just have one Ethernet cable coming into my bedroom, into my new PC. Then I ordered this part to like branch it off, so I had 2 different Ethernet cables. But the problem was that it, like, for whatever reason, my computer kept disconnecting from the internet, and if I was connected to the internet, it was slow as heck, and I'm not sure why. But I fixed that, and I think I'm gonna I think I'm just gonna use Wi-Fi. I think it was faster anyways. So we got about a minute. I'm gonna cut. I'll be right back. Okay, so it loaded into the world. We got about 10 seconds left before our next action. It's going to set max players to 30. So what's going to happen here is that... Okay, so right now it's actually typing in the /, and then set max players 30. And I'm not pushing any buttons here. This is all automatic. Presses escape, waits, then it actually the mouse actually clicks on the play button, so it's ready for the next restart, the next restarting time. And if I didn't say this before I actually, so right now, like when it says, oops, you've been disconnected from Xbox Live, because that does occasionally happen. Like, let's say like the power flickers at my house or whatever, and the internet goes out. Yeah, it'll probably say that. I also have a pixel detection right there. So when it detects that white color of the one of the letters on there, it will restart. It'll boot up this file and it'll restart. So the server should never be offline, really, unless the power goes out at my house or something. But yeah, that's pretty much how this works. And I'm hoping that this answered most of your questions on how this works. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this little video, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. This is MC Storm. Peace out.